Welcome to the Finish Line with So Very Easy. My name is Laura, and today on the Finish Line, I have a table runner that I would like to get done. And I am going to use a free downloadable design from Urban Elements. So let me show you how we can get this from the computer to paper and then get it transferred to the quilt, and then let's get the quilt quilted. The design that I'm going to get is this scroll work. And the pattern consists of 2 pages that we're going to be able to tape together, and then we're going to be able to even tape those together. So we're going to be able to get a long piece or a big square piece, depending on the size that we want. So we can go to our computer and open up Urban Elements. So the site I'm using today is urbanelements.com. We need to go and push this area here where it says Quilting Designs. And when you come to Shop By, you're going to see 47 free designs. So click onto that free, and you're going to see 47 of these free designs. So the one that I've chosen is this one right here called Scroll Work. So I'm going to be able to just click on that, and it's going to bring me to this page. And it's going to ask me for one of 2 things. Do I want to print it, or do I want a digital copy? I want to print it right now. So I'm just going to click on that print. And in my case, my computer opens up a new page for it. So I'm going to be able to open up that new page. So this is now what I'm looking at. So I want to print this out. This pattern does have 2 pages. And depending on your printer, you might need to go into this print dialog or the more setting. What we're looking for is to make sure that our paper is 8.5 by 11. I do not want it fit to printable area. I want to print it at 100%. I'm going to be printing 1 copy, but it's going to give me 2 pieces of paper, so I can push print. The first time I do print it just once, just to make sure that my settings are right. Then you can go in afterwards and change how many copies you want. So if I want 2 copies, it's going to print out 4 pages. And let's see how we get to put these together. These 2 pages will need to be taped together to have that one pattern. First thing, I do need to cut off this little end. And I'm going to cut right along that little line. Once this is removed, we're going to be able to overlap. And we really can see how well those pictures are going to line up. It's important that they do line up and that we're not going over too much, because then the pattern is not going to be equal as we go along. So I match up those 2 edges and put a piece of tape right down the center. I do want it to stick as much over that pattern as possible. Once this is taped together, this is one complete section of the pattern. So if I'm going to print 2 sections, I will end up with 2 papers like this, 3, 4, as many as you need. Now we're going to be able to put these together in a long row or in a square, depending on the quilt that you're working on. If I'm going to put them together in a long row, I'm going to take that one side and slide it and match up to the next side. And you're going to be able to see through that pattern and line that up. Now we can tape this together and just finish drawing those little lines. And I'm going to be able to continue and make one long row. I can also add them on top of each other. So they're all going to be facing up, and I can slide that top one until the pattern matches up. This lighter mark on the pattern is a matching point to the secondary pattern. So I now have 2 complete rows. Slide it one more time. So you can have as many rows as you'd like, and you can have it as long as you'd like, just by printing out these 2 sections and joining them together. I will be joining mine up into a long row. So I will tape all of these sections together. If you have a long arm machine, you're going to be able to put this on the bed of your machine and you have your quilting design already printed out for you. But I like to use these on a domestic machine and my sit-down machine. But I use them to mark my quilts, and I use them to mark the backing fabric of my quilts. And I do have a video that explains all about that. So the first thing I want to do is have that pattern down flat on a surface. Then I'm going to take my backing fabric and make sure that the fabric is right side up. And because this fabric is a light color, I'm able to see through it. So I'm going to be able to transfer from this paper onto the fabric. Whatever I'm using to trace this pattern with, I want to make sure that it's going to come out of the wash, fade out, or it can be rinsed out. And in this case, I'm going to be using the Roxanne water-soluble pencils. So they're sort of this silver color, and they do rinse out with water. But as with all markings, be sure to test it on your fabric first. I'm going to trace this pattern right onto my fabric. I can see quite clearly through it. So I'm tracing that pattern. When I do trace the pattern, I'm going to trace as if I'm quilting. So I'm not lifting up my pencil and doing lines all over. I'm following it just like I would with my machine. This is helping me memorize the pattern. So when I do get to the machine, it's like I've already quilted it. And I'm tracing that whole back fabric. I'm also not worried about being very exact. I'm not a computer. I'm not worried about having a little bit off. I'm using this design just so that I do not have to do a free motion. I'm using this as a free motion and it's guiding me. When that one row is done, I'm going to slide that fabric right on top until my drawn lines match up that faint line underneath. Now I'm going to be able to trace out my second row. I'm going to start on one side and trace it all the way to the other side, enforcing the memory that I need to do this quilting. I'm going to fill the entire back with this pattern. I now have that entire backing fabric all marked and ready to go. I do have a video that really gets into a lot more detail, what I call this upside down backwards quilting. I'll put a link in the description so you can check it out. But I'm going to take this backing fabric and place it onto the back of my quilt and baste those layers together. To quilt this table runner, I'm going to be using a black polyester thread from Haagen-Dazs, and it is the brand Glide. It has this beautiful shine to it. So it's going to give a nice glisten to match that gold print. And I'll have it on the top and the bobbin. I'll be quilting this on my Bernina Q20, but you can do this on a domestic home machine. We just need to drop the feed dogs and quilt it just like you would any free motion quilt. The difference is we get to quilt it upside down. So we're going to be quilting looking at the back of the fabric, which means we have all those beautiful clean lines we're going to be able to follow. And because we traced it, starting from one end all the way to the other, we've already developed that memory that we're going to need for that pattern. So it's going to go together quick and easy. So I'm going to go at my own speed and just follow those lines. And my goal is not to hit every single line. My goal is to follow this rhythm or the path. I'm just going to follow this path, do one row, do the next, and continue until this entire quilt top is done. If you look close, you can see there's a lot of areas that I did not go over the lines. But when you look at the general pattern, it still has that beautiful long arm look, and yet it still looks like you free motioned it. And when all of these markings are washed off, no one will know if you hit the line or not. And when you look at the other side, we have all of that beautiful quilting. There's no marks on the front. We didn't have any worries of the marks staying on the front. Now we're going to be able to trim this off and put on the binding. When we can print on demand these pantographs and these edge-to-edge quiltings, it really does save us having to go out and find the patterns that we're looking for, because we can download them and use them whenever we want. I do like to keep them rolled up so that I can use them again. And when we quilt on this upside down and backwards, drawing on it helps our memory remember what we're going to do, and it really takes all the guesswork out of it. I'll put a link to this free design, and that way you can go and check it out yourself and see if it's something you would enjoy doing. Thank you for joining me today on the finish line. Come on back and let's see what we're finishing next time in the quilt room. Are you done? Bye for now.